Why did this figure interest you?
He's such a spectacular crook. It's such a spectacular crime. And what he did was so complex. To survive cancer, which is phenomenal, then to set up this charity and raise all this money, fantastic. And then to use it to conceal what he was doing with his cycling. Brilliant.
Is it about hubris? Did he really went too far? I mean,
He was like Icarus, wasn't he? He flew too near the sun. Mm-hmm. And you can't work out. You know, he fell because he came back. He'd got away with it for many, many years. And then he came back. And maybe he wanted to be caught.
some self-destruction, don't you think?
I mean, the guilt must have been, the silence, the secrecy must have been an enormous pressure on him.
I've never tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Never. I've never tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. I've never tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs.
I didn't really think about that. It was so complicated working out the story. I'm told, and the thing I'm most proud of was that I think we got the story right. But it's, you know, and it's all on the record now, but it was complicated working it out. But I don't have a psychological theory, I'm not a psychoanalyst. And it didn't need to be, what do you mean, it should have just been an attack on him? No, he's a complicated man. The world fell in love with him and then were betrayed by him. So I don't quite see, even-handedness seems the right approach. Just say, this is what happened.
Before watching the film, seeing the film, I would have thought he's still...
Yes, but you knew that he'd had his title stripped from him.
It happened.
Nobody knows what the words mean, in truth.
No,
he was taking drugs, and athletes do.
But I've heard, you know, that's the other point of view, that, and I guess, is he one that he tried to use, that everybody, since everybody else was doing it, then he was...
Well, it's a perfectly convincing argument. I mean, he did it better than anybody else, and the Italian doctor, for example, he had under exclusive contract. Mm-hmm. So he was a sort of brilliant businessman. Mm-hmm. He invented modern cycling. All these teams that now, Team Sky that win the Tour every year, they do what he did. I mean, I don't mean, I hope they don't take drugs, but...
And did you yourself, as a man, at one point believed in him before you even thought about it?
I didn't really, no, I'm not interested, I wasn't interested, now I know quite a lot about him, but I wasn't interested in cycling.
You're not,
No, so I didn't really think about it.
So what interests you was his fall and the whole...
Well, the fall and then the process by which the crime was committed. Clearly, he's a very controlling figure. He ran this racket for 6 or 7 years without anybody breaking ranks. So I wanted to make the film out of his control, and I thought we should be seen to be out of his control. And anyway, what was he going to tell me? He lies. He's known to be a liar. Mm-hmm. He admits that he was a liar.